Hello, and welcome back to Making Retirement Possible, a guide to getting on track to your financial independence. My name's Richie, and I hope you enjoy this episode. Today, we're going to be discussing doing the math. Are you truly retirement ready? So, typically through the retired years, we're going to fund our expenses through a couple different ways, and one of them is our nest egg. This could be a 401k, a pension, a Roth, annuities, anything we invested in during our working years. And then there's going to be Social Security. So for us to do any kind of math or calculations, we're going to have an idea of what these numbers are. And Social Security is pretty easy. What we need to do is head on over to ssa.gov. And if you don't already have an account, go ahead and create one. And once you're in, you can see all your information, including your 3 tiers of Social Security. And in this case, you've got 62, 67, and 70. And for this example, we're going to use this lower tier of 2170. So now the nest egg, there's 2 parts. There's what you've already saved and what you're going to save. And for this example, let's say this guy's got $58,000. Now, when it comes to what we can save from here on out to retirement, I've provided a spreadsheet that's got some formulas that'll help us figure this out. And all you need to do is work on these 3 yellow cells here. And so what this does is it takes a look at what we're intending on investing, and it looks at over 20 years. And so let's say our example person who's 50 years old, he wants to really get on it because he's neglected his retirement. And I've noted here that for this example, he can put in $26,000 a year as of 2021. So let's come over here and put in 26,000. And if you look down here, that's 2,600, 26,000. Now, what you've got is, if you look down at that bottom number, you've got 520,000 after 20 years. But that doesn't even include interest. So that's just like you're putting it in a sock. So we're going to add a 7% average rate of return. And then look what it does to that number. Look at that bottom line. And I'm going to show you this again. Let me zero that out. I'm going to put that 7% in. We went from 520 to 1.1 million. So maybe your employer also adds a company match. So let's say that they add a company match of $500 a month. So we're going to go ahead and add that in. And now that throws a little bit more in the pile. Now let's say this guy intended on retiring at 60. So we're going to come down 10 years because he's 50 in that 10 years. And this is the number that we're going to start taking a look at. We're going to see if this is possible. Now remember, our guy had 58,000. We're going to go ahead and add this 467,272, and that gives us a grand total of 525,272. So we're going to take that information and go over to a wonderful website called firecalc.com. And what this website does, it compares your numbers to historical investment accounts and gives you a success failure rate. So we're going to take that number, and let's say this guy wants to take $30,000 a year out for 30 years. He wants to go from 60 to 90. So you punch your numbers in, and what it's telling us is of 121 cycles, it's failed 47 times. That's not terrible, but it's certainly not good. That's a third of failure rate. So let's see if we can rework these numbers and come up with something a little bit better. So let's go back over to our growth estimate calculator spreadsheet. We couldn't make this work at 60, so let's say our guy's going to work till he's 65. Let's come on down and take another shot at this number and see how it does. So let's go back over and update our graphic. Now we're doing much better. We've got $907,863. So we're going to take that new number, we're going to come back over to FireCalc, and we're going to run it. And we see that we've got now 0 failures. It's foolproof. This really works. And in fact, it's so good. Let's see if we can improve on that 30,000 and make it more annually. So let's go back, and we're going to change from 30,000 a year to 40,000 a year. 40,000. We rerun it. And now we can see that we had 17 failure rates out of 121. That's still foolproof. Unless you're buying new cars every year, this is going to work for you. Now, our guy may not be thrilled about that 40,000 a year, but if we lump in Social Security, which is 26,040 plus our 40,000, that gives us an annual salary of 66,040 or a monthly income of 5,503. Tell me what you think. Go ahead and run this with your own numbers. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe to see future content. Thank you.